Ever since I got my Tenere 700 at the beginning of this year, I have loved the heck out of it. I've done some awesome off-roading.
I made it.
I've really advanced my skills, and I've got to install some awesome parts on it, but every single time I go off-road with this thing, I run into the same problem. I need to store stuff and I ain't got nowhere to store it. Now, as you guys can see, I do have like the alt-rider tailplate back here, and I've tried a couple like just randomly attach things to the back of the motorcycle, and let's just say sometimes that's worked okay. That has never worked out for me. Everything has gotten me back home and been like, how the hell did that not fall off? And I need a solution for bags. Now, I think we're all familiar with how the ADV space works. All the companies know that the demographic for these motorcycles are people that generally have like expendable income. So there is a plethora of companies that make bags for the T7, especially a motorcycle as popular as this. So I was having a hard time deciding like, what route do I go? Do I go hard bags? Because I had hard bags on my old adventure bike, my CF Moto Ibex 800, and they worked out great. They were fantastic, super easy to use, but that bike was more of a touring motorcycle that could go off-road. This is more of a off-roading motorcycle that is legal on the street. So I didn't necessarily think I needed to go that route. And this whole process has brought me to this video today. So I've decided soft bags are the way to go. I want to keep it light, I want to keep it easy, and I don't want to have all of the scaffolding on the back of the motorcycle. I'm still getting new to the T7 and off-roading, and weight is so important. On the road, weight can kind of drift away if you have a well-balanced motorcycle, but when you're off-road and shit is just popping up and down and jumping all over the place, weight matters. I'm trying to keep it a light, efficient setup, minus the 4 screens that I have installed on the bike, but that doesn't matter. So today, we're gonna be installing some soft luggage. I'm gonna show you guys what I ended up going with, and we're gonna see how it gets installed. I am curious of a couple things. One, I'm a little nervous with the whole strapping situation. Also, I have this alt-rider tailpiece. I don't know if it's gonna work out with it, so let me show you guys what I got, and then we're gonna install it together and see how it goes. God help us all. Welcome to the T7. So guys, for the system that I decided to go with on the bike, I decided to go with Kriega, and I went with them for a few different reasons. One, I really like the minimalistic look that these things have, and I think they fit where I'm taking my T7. My T7 is obviously in process, but it's getting there. So the way this system works is a little different than a lot of the other bag systems. So this is the OS base. So this is basically the layer that goes around the motorcycle. I guess I should leave it up. So this is what is there. There's no bags in this. This is just the piece that will attach all the bags to the motorcycle. So that's the OS base. Now, the really cool thing about this system is you have these bags here. I went with the OS 12s because I think they're about the right size that I need for what I'm going to be doing on the bike, and I got 2 of them. So the way this system works is once it's on the motorcycle, you kind of have mix and match options for what you want to do. So let's just say I needed 2 OS 12s, I pop them on the side of the bike, right? That's probably going to be what the majority of the time I leave there. But if I wanted to go real lightweight, I could just put 1 OS 12 on the top. But here's where it's cool. These are the OS 12s. They also have OS 18, they have the 12s, and they have the OS 6. So if I put this system on the bike, and then one day I'm like, you know what, I want a smaller setup, I just grab the OS 6s and I pop those on. Or if I need a bigger setup, I can go with the OS 18. So I think it's a really cool, fun modular system, and that's why I really liked going this route, because that way I can kind of pick and choose based on the kind of riding I want to do. So we have more stuff here. Kriega also sent out their Roll Pack 20. So I wanted it in this like highlighter color because if I was gonna do like a really big trip, I could throw that on the top in the middle. We'll install all of this later. And that way, one, it's lime, I'll never lose it, but that way it'll help me be seen. It kind of goes with the whole neon vibe. So that's gonna be interesting. Next up, we have OS cam straps, and based on the titling here, these are straps that are gonna be used on the top middle piece to strap bigger bags like the roll pack. We also have fork seal covers, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I got no idea what these are. These are footrest eliminators. We're gonna open this up in a minute and find out what the hell they are. So just, I don't know. Big shout out to Kriega. They are not sponsoring this video, but they sent out all of this stuff for no charge. So thank you, Kriega. I have been working with Kriega for a very long time. And one of the reasons that I wanted to go with Kriega for this is because ever since I've been riding off-road and before that, I have had this little tiny water bladder and book bag. I think I've probably had it for like 7 years. I have treated it like every other piece of gear that I own. And it has held up. When I'm riding off-road, I get tired, I just throw this thing off, and if I wash this thing, I don't think anybody would know it's not brand new. It has withheld the test of time and abuse, and if this thing has been able to hold that long, I feel really confident about all of this stuff that we're gonna be installing today. So, that's what we're gonna be installing today. Pretty excited. Look how freaking sick this T7 looks. Granted, mine's blue for now, but this should be pretty easy. Hopefully their instructions are good, so we will find that out today. Oh, and if you guys want links for all of this stuff, just check the description. It's always there. Try to make this stuff as easy as I can for you guys. Speaking of sponsorships, this video is sponsored by Chigee and their AIO-6, which is this little guy right here, and easily the most asked about device on this motorcycle when I go out and ride. Now, if you guys have never heard about Chigee before and their AIO-6, it's basically just this small screen that you can show tons of data about your motorcycle or stream from your phone, and it allows you to not have to have your phone out. Now, I'm ridiculous in my setup, so I have my phone up here with the Chigee. But from here, I can stream Apple CarPlay. I have tire monitor sensors on my tire so I can check my tire pressures at any time. So with the buttons on the top, I can literally go to the home screen. Here, it will give me my GPS speed, so not what my motorcycle thinks I'm going, but what I'm actually going. Tons of other data, and you can click that to lock it if it's raining or something like that. Click it to unlock. Here you can see that I have cameras on the front and the rear of my motorcycle, so if anybody comes to my bike and starts messing with it, it will actually record that information and send it to the app and let me know. You also have these as a dash cam or something like that because we know people on the road cannot ride. You can also record with those if you want to. So I love riding with my Chigee. Both it's cool on the road because I can do my Apple CarPlay stuff, I can route, and a lot of apps will show up on here. Some people have said that Onyx off-road app will actually show up on the Chigee. I actually just downloaded that thing because it actually looks really cool. So I'll keep playing with that, but the ability to stream stuff from your phone on here, I could have my phone in my pocket and still have full access. Don't gotta put my passcode in to see where I'm going or change my music. Once you start riding with one of these, they are essential. And the cool thing about the AIO-6, this is actually like real time. I just got another mounting plate for my MT10 because I have the Chigee AIO-5 on there, but I want the biggest, nicest model on there. So this is actually removable and you can move it motorcycle to motorcycle. So no longer do you need multiple products for multiple bikes. You just get a new mounting kit and you pop it on your bike and you're good to go on whatever bike you're riding on that day. I cannot wait to get that installed on my MT10. Anyway, if you guys want a Chigee for yourself, I'll have a link for you in the description down below. Thank you, Chigee, for sponsoring this video. Alrighty, guys, let's get the OS base opened up and see what we're working with here. Nice job with the packaging. Dang, man, look how simple that is. That's literally it. I mean, this install can't really be that difficult because there's not a lot of stuff happening. So I'm feeling a little better now. Oh, and if this is your first install video you've seen on this channel, it's not a tutorial. I'm not going to take you guys through every step. So you can just watch and see how it goes. All right, so next thing we gotta do is actually install the bags onto the OS base. Once you do the first couple, you get the hang of it, but the first one, bro, I had such a hard time. I even messed it up. I pushed out the little rubber holder piece. I was like, why was I having such a hard time with that? Yeah, it just has a way it wants you to do it, so as long as you do it the right way. Boom. 2 bags. 2 OS 12s. Okay, time to mount it. All right, so here's the first of 2 things that I am worried about with this process. And it's 2 aftermarket things that I have. One, I have the aftermarket Touratech seat, which normally the T7 has 2 seats. If you guys own a T7, you know this. The Touratech seat is supposed to be a comfort seat, and it makes it one big seat, but it totally changes the angling of everything. So I don't know if that's gonna mess it up. And also, I have the Yoshimura exhaust. So I'm a little worried about all this, but we're just gonna try to install it and see how it goes. Guys, I just got it installed and had a brain fart, as per usual. So, footrest eliminators. Chase, what do you think a footrest eliminator is? I don't know, Chase. Maybe an eliminator for the passenger peg. And look, it's an ADV bike. My wife has no interest in riding this. So, I don't need the passenger pegs. So I get to install these. These are cool. They, check this out. It literally uses the mounting hardware for the foot pegs, but you have like a little hook piece to use instead of the foot pegs. So I'm gonna redo everything I just did, but to these and not the foot pegs. Yep. That's pretty slick. I like that a lot. All right, guys, we have these little footrest delete brackets on, but I just realized something. Now that I know how this thing goes on, if I want to take my seat off, I'm gonna have to take the entire base off, which is not really that big of a deal because we just saw how easy that was. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the seat off because we can install some other stuff that the set came with. So the kit comes with these little straps, and what these are for is to set it up if you ever want to run just one bag off the back. So 2 straps goes here at the back, and then 1 strap goes here on the sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and install those real quick while we have the seat off, and that way we'll be totally good to go. Once we get the seat back on, we can get the whole system back on. So now when I put the seat back on, we should have some exposed stuff. There we go. Loop, 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 and loop. Sweet. Now we can get back to getting it on the way it's supposed to be. I've been doing all this, hadn't even looked at how much room I got inside of these things. Oh, and they're white on the inside. I love that. I won't lose all the black camera gear that will inevitably be in there. So that's just another strap piece. Wow, these things are actually, like, they can expand to be pretty freaking big. Let's see how big we can make them. Bro, that's huge. There's no way I'll need that much space. Dude, yes. That's actually sick. I really like this. All right, guys, now that we got the bags on the back, let's check out this roll pack. see what this thing's all about. Oh, does this come with mounting hardware? Oh, well, that's cool. Damn, that's a small box. Dude, look how tiny. Look how tiny that thing is, but this thing is huge. How big is this? Look how big that goes into. Is it all the way through? Oh, it's all the way through. That's awesome. So that means you can literally just pack this thing to the gills, and you do a little, you know, you do one of these, just wrap the end up, and then you stuff as much stuff into here as you want. Dude, I could put all of my camera gear in this off the back middle of the bike. These will just hook into the side. Oh, we about to install this right now. See, this is what I like about Kriega so much, is like everything just can kind of fit together with no problem. Or if I wanted to bring them up here, have it even tighter, you just get like an unlimited amount of loops you can just pop into. Like, look at that. I got options. I got as many options as my imagination can hold. Such a cool setup. All right, we're gonna go into store mode on the big bag. And that way, 4 loops, boom. Don't need it for now. Not even scratching the surface of what's able to be held inside of this thing. Then I'm back to square one. Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. Crap, guys. Sorry, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. That is the fork seal covers. So they're just there to cover that little area on their fork seal so that debris doesn't get to it as much. So got those on. So that's done. These awesome freaking bags are on. We've got the big highlighted color bag inside of this one. And the system actually works out really well. There's a little bit of overhang here with the little meshing, but I mean, you guys can see it's really not as bad as I thought it would be. I was kind of worried about that. I think because this is a comfort seat, that means it's a thicker seat, which pushes this up a little more. So if you have the regular seat, it might not fit the exact same. Really like the little hook that replaced the passenger peg. That is fantastic. And I am far less worried now about the exhaust. I was really worried this was going to get really close to the exhaust and get really hot, but that does not seem like it's going to be an issue at all. Like you guys can see for yourself, it's pretty far off there. And then on this side, we have plenty of space, of course. And check this out, like you have all these little loops here on the back. We've got the 2 here. Like I have this rack, which is what I've been using to connect stuff to the bike. I'm not gonna need that thing at all, because like this is gonna handle literally everything. Now for absolutely no reason, I'm going to get this thing in my backyard so I can take a photo real quick for a thumbnail. Hold on. Alrighty guys, shout out to my backyard being makeshift wilderness and my first official campsite. If you guys have seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. Overall guys, I am loving the setup. My God, the mosquitoes. This is the wilderness. So super solid. These things are on so well. I don't think it's gonna cause any like weight issue at all. Installation was super simple. They give you literally everything you need. Now that I've looked at them, I think the OS 12s were the perfect ones to go with for what I'm looking for. Like the OS 6s would be nice, but if they're like so small, but I really don't feel like I'd be able to put enough stuff in them. Whereas with these, I feel like I got plenty of space. Plus I have that really big duffel inside of that one. So if I want more space, I literally have it at a whim. So finally, my issue with having storage space is over on the T7. This is fantastic. And what I really like is how low key this is. Like, I'm gonna be sitting here. This is all free. There's nothing going on. It keeps the weight low. And I gotta admit, when I was first looking into the rackless stuff, I was a little worried it wouldn't hold that well, but I mean, these things are not going anywhere. And the thing I noticed when I was getting my motorcycle to my upper yard, sketchy, but when I put my handlebars this way, even if this was fully open, fully big, like stuffed full of stuff, it would not be wider than my handlebars. That's really nice, because that means if I can fit my handlebars through something, the rest of the bike can fit through, and it's just one less thing I have to worry about while I'm out riding. So overall, super happy with this stuff. Cannot wait for the next time I get to go riding off-road and test them out. I don't even know what I'm gonna put in them, but I'm gonna try something. Shout out to Kriega for sending this stuff out. I love their stuff. Also, you know when a company's proud about their product when they offer a 10-year guarantee. So it's like a low-key cheat code to be like, no, the product's good, because otherwise the company, they'd go bankrupt trying to do that. So I love that. I already tested it with my water backpack, so I'm super happy with their stuff. Thanks, Kriega, for sending it out. Shout out to Chigee for sponsoring the video. You guys go out there, ride safe, and let me know what you think about the Kriega OS system on the Tenere 700. I'm Chaseontwowheels. On the next episode of the T7 stuff, we go for a ride. We do it. We finally do it.